we got to get into the current state. And speaking about Brad Raffensperger, I'll say this as myself. Thankfully, that is coming to an end because we can clearly
Yeah.
see there needs to be a change in that situation. And when it comes to accountability, there's been a gross lack of accountability from that standpoint.
Yes.
Specifically, obviously, when we talk about voting and what went on in past elections, current elections, and in general. And I know you have some thoughts on a lot of changes that could be made and implemented when it comes to that part of it too.
Yes, sir, I do. So
Yeah.
let me rattle off a few things and feel free to stop me to if you have any questions, if you want me to go deeper into a particular topic.
Yes.
But yeah, our elections need to be repaired. We're in desperate need of help, and the people of Georgia have lost trust. I typically ask my
Yes.
audience whenever I'm speaking, I'm saying, "Hey, who in the audience knows or feels certain that their vote in 2020, 2022, and 2024 counted?" And you can probably guess that there's very few people who raise their hands.
Yep.
Very few. There's never been 50% of the audience that ever raise their hands. So it's always below and well below 50%. And to me, that's a travesty. And I think it's an alarm. It's an alarm bell that we are in a crisis in our state when it comes to our elections. If our most fundamental right, um, where people feel like it doesn't work or isn't counted or isn't trusted, that's a problem to the very core of America and our voting process. So
Yes.
we gotta take this seriously. So what I'm gonna make sure we do, and I'm gonna do on day one, is I'm gonna do an overhaul. I call it administrative readiness. I think that I'm the only candidate that's ready on day one to implement changes that the people are requesting. That's gonna help. So, for instance, when it comes to let's just say the voting system itself, the
Yeah.
Dominion voting system, now Liberty Votes, has a lot of areas of vulnerabilities that's been proven from analysts and that sort of thing. And
Yes.
what we're going to do is we're going to evaluate that contract. The contract was signed by Brad Raffensperger and Gabriel Sterling, who's one of my opponents in this race. They signed this contract in 2019, and it's a 10-year contract. This
Yep.
contract is supposed to be Georgia's voting system for 10 years plus 20-year renewal. I don't think many people know that that's part of the contract. Is another 10-year extension.
Yeah.
So I think they've been beat up enough on the Dominion topic to know that this is not a system that the people trust. And I know that they're engaged in conversations with other companies currently. And my issue with that is that it's not public. But that's another conversation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to get out of that Dominion contract. I think I can.